Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com. I'm coming to you once again with your No Frills American Idol commentary from a singer. Oh wow, tonight the top 13 was revealed. And let me tell you, it was an exciting show. We got some drama, we got a bunch of crime, we got some yelping and screaming, we got some singing. We got a little bit of everything you want to get out of an entertainment reality show. And I am going to break it all down for you real quick and tell you what happened from my point of view. All right. So they first started out with footage of some of the people that were making the top 24, some of the people who are still here making the top 24, and they showed like some of their footage. You know, they cut in a bunch of stuff like, because they took home cameras and stuff like that, so they cut in footage of them filming themselves, along with some of the footage from them performing, and the judges talking about them and all that different stuff. And just tried to give us like a feeling of how far they've come so far. Ryan came on stage to tell us that over 33 million had voted in the last 2 nights. And something that I noticed that I hadn't noticed before is Ryan had quite a bit of scruff going on. I didn't notice in the last few nights, and I have a little bit myself. I don't know if you can notice, but I was like, wow, that looks pretty good on him. Yeah, so anyway, we went away to commercial. He just said everything that was going to happen. Then they went straight to commercial. 2-hour show coming up, so I guess they wanted to get things kicking off and make a little money right quick. We started out and he jumped right into results. No performances, nothing, no production, no, just jumped into it to cut some people. I mean, they were serious about getting rid of some people this night. So first, Ryan called up Chase, Phillip, and Jeremy and showed clips of their performances, and they had comments from Jimmy Iovine. I'm not going to give you all the comments that Jimmy said. I just put a few little things that I thought were interesting that he said. Jimmy did say he would sign Phil on the spot because he was original and he came off unaffected. Jeremy didn't make the top 10. Chase did, and Phillip made the top 10. Now this is America's vote. We are setting up the top 13, but the top 10 is who America voted for. America voted in the official top 10, and Ryan called it the whole show the top 10. So I'm also going to be saying the top 10. We're going to get to the top 13, but that is going to include the 3 wild card picks that the judges will have. Okay, just to get that clear for you and for myself, kind of. Next, Ryan called up Jessica, Hollie, Brielle, and Hallie. Brielle, was looking cute and sassy. She had a nice little outfit with jewelry and stuff. She looked very, very cute to me. I don't always mention that kind of stuff, but it was just outstandingly nice. Just nice, just classy. And Iovine said he'd sign Jessica tonight, and she is the one to beat in the competition. Brielle didn't make the top 10, though. Hallie didn't either. And Jessica and Hollie made the top 10 by America's votes. Break! We came back and Ryan called up Joshua, Heejun, and Adam Brock. So they did the whole thing, you know. And then Jimmy says he's sure Joshua is going through. What he said exactly is, he said he's sure that Joshua is going through, but then he has to coach him and he has to make sure that the show doesn't turn into Sister Act 2. Okay. And I was like, what? And quite a few people on Twitter were like the same thing. What did he say? Yeah. He also says that he's confused by Heejun. And he said, I quote, "This isn't American Comedian, it's American Idol." He also says Heejun has a decent voice. So Joshua was safe, Heejun was safe, and Adam was not safe. He was sent to relax in the back and hope for a wild card spot. Next, Ryan calls up Baylie, Chelsea, Skylar, and Shannon. Jimmy says Shannon was dressed more for the prom than for a performance. Shannon is safe though. And J-Lo started tearing up when she heard that. Skylar is safe and Baylie and Chelsea are not safe. Commercial break. Ryan calls up Creighton, Aaron, and Reed Grimm for their review and comments from Iovine. I'm gonna call it either one because I feel some Iovine, but okay. Anyway, and he says Reed was way too kitschy and way too cabaret for him and for this show, meaning American Idol. He also said Aaron's performance was cheesy and kind of reminded him of Don Cheadle. And he says Creighton's voice annoys him on the top end. He was really doling out the comments, and people were saying he is doing the comments that the judges should have done. Aaron didn't make it. Creighton didn't make it either. And in a surprise turn, Reed did not make it. So none of the 3 guys there made it. Next, Ryan called up Elise, Erika, Hallie, and Jen for their reviews and comments. Jimmy said Hallie sang out of tune the whole time and had robotic mimicry. Robotic mimicry is what he said. Hallie didn't make it to the top 10. Erika didn't make it. Elise made it, but Jen didn't make it. Next, Ryan called up DeAndre, Eben, Colton, and Jermaine. 2 spots left for the guys. Iveen said he could listen to an entire album of Jermaine's voice. And he said Colton needs to pace himself because he could win this thing. DeAndre didn't make it. Colton makes the top 10. And Ryan pulls a switch on him, though, and he says, "You're not." And everybody's like, "Oh!" And he said, "Gonna be disappointed tonight because you made the top 10. So everybody's like, "Oh my God." He just like really pulled a fast one. And I was like, too, because I thought, what? Okay, Jermaine made the top 10 and even didn't make it. So next up, what was going to happen, that all the top 10 were full. The judges are going to pick 6 people to sing for their lives, okay? Tonight, right now. And then they're going to choose 3 people for their wild card slots. Jen Hirsch got to sing first. She did "Oh Darling" by the Beatles. She was singing for her life. She really, really was. She was laying it all on the line. She had lots of nice highs and lows. I mean, I wrote she really turned it out, and she got a standing ovation from the audience. I was really feeling her. Everything wasn't just, but you know what? She just laid it all out there, the good, the bad, the ugly. She just put it out and said, "Listen, this is, I have so much to give." And her voice is just so, oh my, up, down, side to side. It's just got a lot to it, and I want to hear a lot more from her. We'll see what happens. Jeremy Rosado was chosen next to sing for his life, and he did "I Know You Want" by Carrie Underwood. I wrote, he goes straight for the emotion. I mean, just started out and caressed those tones, and you could see that he was welling up. And it just infected the camera person, because at some point they were off to a far camera, and you could see the camera so I don't know if he was crying or somebody hit him or what. But oh my God, he sang this song. He pulled out several good large and one really long note. And then he broke down at the end and started crying, and J-Lo was crying along with him, and I was like, that's going to be her choice, because there's no way she's letting that boy go. Brielle Von Hugo got her chance to sing, and she sang "Someone Like You" by Adele. She had her game face on for this, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that she didn't hit the high notes to begin with. That's with me. You can't sing the melody, then do not choose the song, okay? And the rest of it was just underwhelming for me. I just wasn't into it. She was giving it a lot of rough and tumble, and she was trying to infuse it with feeling and emotion, but it just came off very rough and just, I didn't like it. Her other people on stage with her gave her a standing ovation. I just wasn't crazy about it. DeAndre Brackensick got to sing. Next, he sang "Georgia," Ray Charles. And so I wrote, so now we get to hear his real voice, because he actually started the song out in his chest voice, and he even went a little, he even went down and got a little low note going there. Then he went back up to, his highs and all that, and started trying to go between. Again, he was jarring going in and out of his falsetto, just very jarring. But he was trying hard, and I liked hearing his chest voice so much. I was like, it's so nice. Use it more often. Use that falsetto just as little pin pricks here and there. Give that nice exciting note, now and then. But with such a beautiful chest voice, use it. The audience gave him a standing ovation. Erika Van Pelt was up next. She sang "Edge of Glory." Lady Gaga, she was going for it. Just going for the jugular. When she picked that song, I was like, she going for the jugular. Absolutely. Again, I love her full tone, so mature, so nice. But she was cutting off the ends of the phrases all over the place. But I think that had a lot to do with the excitement and the emotion, and just her really just trying to nail this. She had a lot of passion during this performance. I really enjoyed it, and I wrote, I hope they save her. Ryan decided to have the ones who were no longer going to be on. He had them stand up, and they got applause and everything. Then he sent them off. Out of the people that I was sitting there looking at, the only people I'm going to miss of the show that I have been watching is Hallie. I'm going to miss Hallie, and I'm going to miss Aaron. Reed Grimm, final one to get to sing. He did "Use Me" by Bill Withers. He stayed true to his jazzy, scatty flavor, and he turned on the energy, did a lot, got down around on his knees, and was working the stage and all that. Gave it a lot of extra spunk. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely interesting and memorable, maybe a little desperate, but he did his thing, and That's all we can hope for. We went to commercial and they came back to announce the 3 wild card choices. They started off with Randy Jackson, and he said, "We have decided." So he didn't try to make it seem like, he had decided to choose this one contestant. He tried to make it seem more like we're all deciding on these 3 contestants, but he chose Erika Van Pelt. She gets to go to the top 13. J-Lo chose Jeremy Rosado. And Jeremy dramatically stepped down a step or two, fell on his knees and started crying. And I was just like, I just found it funny because I found it so dramatic. And then Ryan was like, "Oh, you want to go hug her?" And he went and hugged the judges and everything. Took a little too long. He's down there about to have conversation and get tea or whatever. And they trying to finish up the show, so Ryan had to call him back up. And last, Steven Tyler chose DeAndre Brackensick. And DeAndre, not to be outdone, also fell on his knees and cried, but he didn't go down to hug the judges. What did you guys think of the show if you watched? I thought it was riveting. I was enjoying every minute of it. 2 hours flew by for me. They really, really kept it moving. I really enjoyed that. A lot of commercials still, but I know they got to make their money. The commercials make them the money, okay? So they had to make their money, but it really went by quickly. I really enjoyed it. I like the drama. I like the Sing for Your Life, which of course they do at X Factor also. Yeah. Next week, the guys are going to be doing Stevie Wonder. The girls are going to be doing a tribute to Whitney Houston. And Mary J. Blige is going to be mentoring. That is your commentary from Robert Anton. RobertAnton.com. I am out of here. Tell me what you thought. Peace.